We've seen Ace's Lone Druid in the past. This guy on this hero has been absolutely incredible. Back at the DreamHack Major, he single-handedly won some of the games in the later stages of the tournament. It was insane. But on the other hand, NEWBEE, they do have this sort of matchup that we've seen them utilize so well. Anything alongside the Naga Siren, they're so good at utilizing those combos.
Yeah, we were back here. The team was waiting to go up, and we were discussing the Naga, talking about if it was going to happen or not. And they were smiling. They heard what we were talking about. So they were definitely ready to break it out if Secret would allow it. Certainly going to be a contested hero, I would say, throughout the series, because Puppey's no slouch on the hero either. But there was a game where they lost with their combo of the Naga.
And what was
picked
up against
some
it?
Similar heroes, right? You had this Miracle on the Invoker. He got trashed a little bit in lane, but just going for that split push, kind of farming it out a little bit, maybe dodging some of these team fights. And with a Lone Druid that Ace is so good at, that's probably going to be the name of the game here.
And I guess sort of the reason for that is the fact that both Invoker and the Earthshaker, they can do so much from sort of out of range of the initial jump of the team fight, the combo. They can keep themselves back, and they can disrupt the plays that NEWBEE look to go for.
Yeah, and I will say there's one thing about TA that has changed quite drastically since the talents have come out, and that is her ability up against split push.
Look at this as well. Look, this guy's got all the cosmetics. Well, SCCC looking absolutely fabulous there. I believe one of the ethereal gems.
Oh, they like that.
All right, that's an expensive kit. That costs you a few thousand, that does. That he is absolutely showing off today. Let's see how he's able to do with the performance. So the mid lane, of course, SCCC is going to be backed up by Kaka, and we're going to see mid one. He's going to get a bit of help from Puppey here in these early stages. How do you think this lane is going to go? Are we going to see either side suffer early on? I mean, at the moment, it looks like it could get tough for Secret at the early levels.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at this, I mean, 6 armor on our TA, and you start with 6 armor on the Naga as well. They're willing to just kind of duke it out, you know, and keep pressuring over and over. Bounty, yeah, he's got okay armor as well, but he's just going to be here to try and help as much as possible with mid one, but not exactly the ideal role for a bounty hunter. You know, you'd love to kind of set up on some people, maybe get some kills.
Oh, look at this. There's Fisher block from Yapso, trapping Kakarot. They have the Sunstrike at mid one. Gets the first blood. Fantastic setup for Secret, and the money's in the bank for the Invoker.
Possibly the most important hero in the game to get first blood on. Absolutely. Getting the Invoker, that super early start, tons of gold, and heading in towards that Midas if possible.
Bottom lane as well, Ace done a good job at trying to force back KP, but KP does manage to bring the creep wave back around to him. So a good amount of XP coming towards. Wrap around towards the top lane. Look at this, Yapster and Puppey coming in with the movement. They've got their eyes onto Faith. Faith keeping his distance. And now Mugi seeming to be aware, has started to back off a bit, play it very safe as both supports obviously off the map. And NEWBEE don't know right where they are. Have to keep their core safe for now.
Yeah, with level 2 up on Puppey now though, very scary. If Faith wanders back out there, you know, instant slow. He's got that Orb of Venom to be ready to follow up, and plenty of time for the D-Gen to get in range from the Omni Knight.
CS-wise, Ace actually falling behind a little bit as we can see in this bottom lane. KP doing a very good job of the lane, and Kaka actually able to take the bounty rune from right underneath his nose.
Oh, Faith is pinched up top.
Oh, he is. Here comes Ohaiyoo with the wrap around the D-Gen aura, slowing Faith down. Fisher block as well to make sure that Mugi can't get to him, and they'll get a second. Secret. 2 kills on the board in 2 minutes, making those movements with this Bounty Hunter Earthshaker combo that Yapsa and Puppey are so good at.
Yeah, and when we heard the news this morning that it was potentially going to be Ohaiyoo playing, the first thing many of us said was, well, you know, maybe they'll just pick him Omni Knight, right? Shove him up there, nice little stable hero, super safe, do your own thing, trying to have as much impact as possible in those team fights, and so far so good for the side of Team Secret 2-0. But they don't quite have that gold lead. It's still, you know, we're not going anywhere crazy quite yet.
Lane, eyes towards SCCC, Puppey and Yapso either side have been on that mid lane. Doesn't quite look to go for a play as of yet. Bottom lane, Ace definitely the one to be suffering for Secret in this laning stage. KP is having a whale of a time down here. 11 for 3 against the 4 for 4. So very strong laning here from KP Sanking, as expected. Of course, we've seen KP have some phenomenal performances here on the main stage so far at Genting.
Yeah, and that is definitely a little bit worrisome if you're cheering for Secret in this one too, because you're up against a Luna and a TA and a Sand King. These 3 heroes are very willing to get active early on if that's what the game calls for, and you can't really say the same thing about a Lone Druid, an Omni Knight, and an Invoker. Much more laid back, much more reserved in their laning stage, so have to make big plays from the supports.
Kaka and KP moving in. Yapso will come in to buy some time for Ace to back up. The Fisher's down. Kaka tries to look for the kill, but he can't quite get it with the Riptide.
That
now
KP micro.
He's the one to fall low. He has got the South ticking him back up, but Puppey turns up into the lane. See if Secret can buy back into this, but we'll play it safe. But indeed, great reaction from Secret there, just at the last moment to keep Ace safe.
So important that Yapso's here for these moments. Has to make sure these cores do not get behind. They're very greedy in their draft. Can't afford any early losses.
Towards Kaka, he wants that bounty when he got it last time, but this time there's another kind of bounty waiting for him. Puppy's there, will get watered away by KP. Puppy will be able to make sure that Secret do manage to secure their own bounty rune this time round at the 4-minute mark. Top lane, Ohaiyoo starting to get very confident in his lane. Look at the CS, 16 for 3 against the 19 for 4. He is having a pretty much as free a lane as KP is down on the bottom. So both off laners off to an absolutely brilliant start this game.
Yeah, and our mid lane's been kind of turned back into a 1v1. We're just hanging on out here. I would say mid one's doing exceptionally well. 16-8 versus the 19-5. Pretty solid start for him. He can always be falling back on those neutrals, but he's not even in a bad place already to start going for that.
I can see SCCC very aware that something's in the neighborhood as he pings out. Tianta missing, and Puppy going to reveal himself onto Kaka. They'll get the Fisher block off, so Kaka's got to take the long way round. Puppy and Yapsa will certainly try and give him a bit of a chase down with the Sunstrike as well. It's on, it's contacts, and there's the kill. Another one for Secret. As this Bounty and Earthshaker combo just seems relentless. It's chasing down heroes left, right, across the map, and NEWBEE struggling to deal with these expert rotations.
Man, what a support duo. Getting kills all over the place. Pick a lane, head on in, try and set something up. Well, down bottom. KP also trying to get something there, but can't quite get the net there in time. Won't even grab the bear either.
Straight away. Secret, they move up to the top lane. This combo again. Fisher from Yapsa from the sideline, slowing things down. Ohaiyoo's moving in, looking for the kill. Mugi falling low and Port down. Again, how do NEWBEE deal with this? These two heroes are getting away with literal murder time and time again.
Yeah, they're just way more successful.
And they might not be done. They're looking for more up on this top lane. Faith, he is on his own. TP now will come through from Mugi, so Puppy has to be a little careful. Here we go with the TP, and Puppy looks like he may have dove a little bit too deep. Ohaiyoo can do anything to save Yapsa. Will throw out a Fisher, but it's not enough to save Puppy. So NEWBEE will get themselves the first kill on the board. They're able to punish Puppy for getting a little too over-aggressive there with that tier 1 tower dive.
Yeah, they need to start finding some stuff with Kaka. I guess, you know, maybe this is one way you can try and punish the Naga, right? Just all this early pressure and aggression. Maybe not quite as quick to rotate around, but they have now zoned Ace of the lane. So although they're not getting all these kills across the map like the side of Secret are, they still have that net worth lead for NEWBEE.
Yeah, this bottom lane is a massive win for NEWBEE. Definitely the most worrying part for Secret. Puppy is going to head down and offer a bit of support as they are getting very aggressive, NEWBEE. In this bottom lane, they are.
Oh, the root there.
Kaka. Indeed, as look, Secret try and turn. They're going to be able to get it. Kaka's down. Puppy again in the right place at the right time, making sure that for a change, Ace is now able to get involved in some positive kill action for the team.
Dangerous time to dive a Lone Druid once he's past level 5. Kaka paying the price on that one.
CS elsewhere on the map, SCCC 35 for 6 is still leading the charge against mid one's Invoker, but only slightly. And as you say, in a matchup like this, you probably expect to see much more of a difference. Mid one at 32 for 13 in this 1v1 is very impressive early on an Invoker.
Yeah, as well as that, the rest of Team Secret is concerned about it as well. They've already got some wards up near the Ancients. They're kind of seeing if anything's being stacked, and well, currently there's nothing. There are no Ancients prepared for this Templar Assassin, because these supports have been busy just trying to keep up with the rotations of Yapsa and Puppy. And so that mid-game, not going to look as explosive for a Templar Assassin as you usually hope for. We're going to try and help that out, though, from Mugi by going for the Helm of the Dominator first. Try and be very active, get some aggression on all of these towers, and see if they can abuse the fact that that Lone Druid and Invoker shouldn't be ready at that point to actually defend.
Secret movement down bottom. Poor old Kaka's been caught out a few times. This time he'll be fortunate. Gets himself the other side of the Fisher. So we'll be fine. Secret unable to follow up. AP and Kaka will be able to avoid any sort of potential death from that movement.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
What's the next play, Trent? I mean, if you're NEWBEE, as you say, despite giving up kills, the farm is still there for you. I have got that slight lead. You're not falling behind in net worth because of how you're being able to shut down Ace in this laning stage. Make sure that he doesn't get those quick, fast item timings that the Lone Druid looks for so he can start going into full farm mode. It's not going to be the quickest of Midases for Ace.
Yeah, I would like to try and pressure that top tower if I could. You know, get my Luna pressing forward, but Ohaiyoo's been doing a great job of topping the Omni Knight, and there's 0 damage on this tower. It can't get anywhere, even with the Centaur creep and Lu. It's A-okay for him. And keep on relaxing. They're much more concerned about Ace, right? They're just keeping Kaka down here the whole time, maybe looking to get a turn, or to make sure he doesn't get farmed off of KP kills or something.
As we see all 3 cores of NEWBEE quite comfortably at the top of the net worth
And he's trying to stack Ancients for himself from SCCC, but doesn't work with the trap. And they're just going to actually kill it as it... Oh, almost got it. But yeah, no stacks done here from the Ancients, so rough game. You know, 9 minutes, you're going up and just killing a solo camp of Ancients does not feel very good as a Templar Assassin.
It's odd lane, over the glimpse onto Ohaiyoo. He's stuck underneath the tower here. NEWBEE finding the catch. Ohaiyoo is still 5 seconds to purification. He's not getting himself out of this one. NEWBEE, a good clean catch onto the Omni Knight.
Yeah, perhaps a bit too aggressive, you know. They are not very good at getting aggressive from those supports on the side of the Dire right now, but if you go too deep, they can certainly punish you. Quick TPs from the Naga with the net. He doesn't care about Repel. And then, of course, the Glimpse being the main factor. So now we might actually get that pressure up top. Wand fully ready for Mugi. Has the Eclipse as well, so if anyone comes to contest this, they could be in danger. YapzOr standing very far back, though.
CCC did catch a glimpse of Puppey as he came underneath that Sentry Ward. Puppey able to keep himself out of harm's way, as it seems.
Yeah, he's got the courier wards up. You see all these nice high wards close to the Dire base. He is on the prowl for some free gold.
Absolutely, just sort of going up and down between mid lane and top lane.
Oh, level 6 on Faith, but they actually can't find a play there onto Ohaiyoo. Just a bit too worrisome. They're going to actually transfer down bottom and try and use that first Stag Storm there instead. They have the ward in behind the tower. That can be our plan. No, we'll just de-ward. All right. Quite a relaxed squad over here.
Puppey, he really wants that courier. He's spending the majority of his time just walking the lanes, waiting for that delivery to be made. And it's not coming through, so things starting to absolutely slow down a little bit now for a secret, and that certainly does seem to be favouring NEWBEE as their course having that slightly easier time getting the farm with this movement down bottom from Mugi. It's nice early pressure.
Yeah, I would hate to go this tower top though. Like, they absolutely can't. It feels like they must be ahead. They should be able to fight this as NEWBEE.
I mean, KP's got a blink. This could be a massive reveal from KP, and he's revving up the epicenter, ready to go. Look at the jump in, it's straight in onto that lone druid, taking out Ace. They've got the net onto Ohaiyoo. SCCC being brought in as well. Has the trap slow. He's got the repel, and he may be a little too slippery for them. Chase. I mean, KP may be able to get with the burrow stroke after the repel wears off, and indeed he can actually jump forward. Has the connection. Popping the GA here. Ohaiyoo just trying to buy as much time as he can for himself, but with the trap slows, he's surely going to go down. There's no help near enough for this man, as Ohaiyoo will fall. Trying to come in with the Fisher there to save him. YapzOr is unable to do so. Meanwhile, Puppey does find the Dire courier, but of course, very, very strong play for NEWBEE. And oh, the catch there in the middle lane. Faith was ready, glimpses him out of that TP back into the Static Storm, and mid one down as well.
And Mugi never even left bottom. He's almost got the tier 2. It's dead.
Wow, that last 2 minutes of gameplay been pretty flawless. We'll see Secret try and turn it around now, though, because Mugi will almost certainly be punished for this one. Puppey, YapzOr, and Ace chasing down the Luna. No sort of help.
Oh, this Baron will tank so much Eclipse if he tries it.
Yeah, this Luna is certainly going to be a death one. It's a slow but painful death for this Luna, but finally the root comes through for Ace, and they are able to take down Mugi. But still, as you say, so much being achieved by NEWBEE in that last few minutes.
Now, what have they given up, though? Where are we in terms of our Invoker? Mid one skipping out on the Midas this game. We've seen this from plenty of Invokers these days, just going for the drums instead, especially when you have a secondary core that feels like he needs to go Midas, as he's been building on that lone Druid. That's very understandable. You don't want to give up absolutely everything at the start of the game when there's so much pressure coming from that Dire side. Heading later, though, I actually think NEWBEE have decent options up against the lane push that's going to be coming through. Templar Assassin these days is just kind of crazy, right? You have these traps all throughout these lanes, and if you somehow start falling behind in terms of the lane shove, she can catch you up very quickly just by popping a few of these traps and eliminating creep waves, which hasn't really been a thing in the past. Here was much more burst reliant on bottom lane.
KP going ready in with the epicenter. Burrow strike straight in on target. They will get the fear off. Ace trying to buy time, but the Riptide from the illusions is enough. Kaka and KP claim the kill.
They might have some cleanup here, though.
They are looking for it. Puppey with the wraparound. Mid one, looking for the tornado. Find out to one, but the Song of the Siren is there. The cold snap and the meteor came through, but it's not. Oh, the Fisher from the sidelines. Maybe it's enough. The Burrow strike's still there from KP. They're on the retreat. Looks like get out. The Sunstrike was attempted.
Beautiful prediction on the blink, but just the wrong angle.
So they get out. NEWBEE getting away with multiple kills onto both, really. Ace and mid one getting taken down. He's thinking about diving. He's very strong at the moment. He has that blink dagger, level 12, putting pressure onto this tier 1 tower mid. NEWBEE starting to build up this 4K gold lead at this stage of the game.
Definitely a game of momentum for them, though. I don't think you want to sit back at all, keep things going. and try and do the exact same thing he did to bottom lane to that top lane or through the mid lane. And then, of course, we start being concerned about Roshan.
Puppey hits his 6, so we are going to have to track goal.
Ohaiyoo, there's a net here too.
Oh, he's pretty deep. I don't know if he can play his way out of this one, especially not with Kaka coming in, and the Eclipse being popped as well. NEWBEE get another easy kill as they are just starting to move around as a squad. And as you say, this is just the way that they absolutely had to play it. You can definitely look to use this timing to punish these two cores, this Invoker and Lone Druid. They are just not in fighting shape at the moment, and they're not going to be for quite some while. You need at least the Aghanims on the Invoker, and Ace, as we saw, getting slowed down at the start. He still needs a lot of time to get anywhere near to the threat that Mugi's Luna has become.
Yeah, and you'd like to fight this because these cooldowns aren't there, right? There's no Eclipse, there's no Song, there's no Epicenter, but you don't really have those tools. So they're still able to really put this pressure into that top lane despite not really having much in the reserves for NEWBEE. In fact, Faith is even considering a little bit of a wraparound play here, but they don't quite have the vision right now to plant any more wards back there.
Epicenter's back up for KP. That's about 40 seconds before they had the Static Storm from Faith, but certainly with that Epicenter, as we've seen, they have more than enough damage to catch some of these cores off guard. If they can get on top of Ace, he will die.
This is a very aggressive smoke.
Absolutely, Puppey's going to head in. He will get the vision that something's going on. Ohaiyoo going in with the purification on Puppey. They're bringing Faith down low. Faith glimpsing back Ohaiyoo, but he has the repel to stand in place. There's going to be the jump forward. Yapsel with the Fisher onto 2, holding them down. Puppey in trouble. GA was out. Is he going to be enough to save him? Ohaiyoo will be able to take down Faith, keeping Puppey alive. Finally, Puppey falls to the Metal Strike. KP with the Epicenter, making sure to secure the team fight for NEWBEE and get the double kill for SCCC.
And instantly TP's down the bottom lane. Don't let Ace get anything. Heroes rotating back to the mid lane, trying to stop what mid one's attempting to do. That space creation not doing all too much for Secret. And I can see what they're doing, right? They're trying to play this aggression, you know, they're trying to slow down this push as much as possible, even if that means feeding a few kills. But if you're not setting up like a Sunstrike kill on a core or something, I don't think that play is going to be worth it.
Ace's progress 2.1k towards that relic, but here comes Kaka. He's got the setup, and does he have the backup? It looks like he should do. KP is there. Is mid one on the sidelines. Might look for the counterplay here. They're relatively good up at the tornado, not quite high enough level to really catch them out. And now the Static Storm's there in return, but Ace has the bear outside, biting into Faith. Disruptor's falling low. Sunstrike's coming in, won't be needed. Faith's already dead, so they do manage to protect Ace and get a kill in return.
Yeah, nice repel save there from Ohaiyoo with the rotation in from the Shrine. And punish a little bit of that aggression that NEWBEE's been pushing out this game. As Puppey getting back to his old tactics here. Probably going to hope to plant some nice deep wards again, because that courier is back up and active.
Soaking some of the XP up as well here.
Yeah, beautiful.
He hangs around. Ohaiyoo now with that Yule Set to complete, so he's going to be a lot more slippery in these fights. Maybe try and get rid of him straight away. And yeah, big boost of XP. So up to level 8 now on Puppey's Bounty Hunter. Still scary one being SCCC. It's level 15 on this Templar Assassin.
They want to set something up on a Kaka here.
Kaka will be allowed to get the rune here. Puppey now looking for the setup. On to mid one, has the cold snap. Sunstrike's coming in as well. Bam!
That's a really nice play just from the patience of Puppey too. Like, he waits so long, he doesn't just like start tracking here. There's a second he sees them, he stalks them around and waits so you can allow mid one to collect that nice little bounty.
And this is getting to scale. I believe SCCC, he's level 15 and he has the complete Desolator.
This is go time.
Yeah,
this is towers, this is Roche.
It's going to be absolutely terrifying if they're not responding to GN Faith. He has managed to find a Static Storm and the Epicenter coming in. They'll try and respond with the Tornado, but it's no way of stopping that.
Though, and Puppey's there.
Oh, I'll take that. Another courier for Puppey. And still taking Ace out. Ace really suffering this game as NEWBEE are doing a fantastic job of controlling the Lone Druid and stepping up the push themselves. With the Deso TA, the push of the Luna, they take towers in a matter of seconds, and 18 minutes in, they claim their second tier 2.
But Yapsor, the big hero in so many games for Secret, he does have the Blink Dagger money now. They have delayed enough that maybe they can't get that Roche fight, but at least they haven't lost a tier 3 or anything like that, which cannot happen.
Okay, goodbye.
Answer.
They got the heals. KP smart there, closing the gap. Yapsor will spend all his money as he realizes there is no way out of this one. NEWBEE surround him. Who's going to get the kill? It's going to be... there we go, Faith. He'll take it. And meanwhile, NEWBEE having more than enough space to go into Roshan and take him down, get that Aegis into their hands. Sunstrike's going to be attempted. was a good shot, but just a little too late. SCCC with the blink, Deso, Aegis, 19 minutes in. This is such a strong point of the game for a Templar Assassin. And Secret need to somehow, just not allow themselves to crumble to this if they wish to hold on to this game.
But look at this. Wave all the way in bottom, wave all the way in top. Still a decent amount of ship damage coming out here.
Look at the bear getting a bit of a view set.
That's a hero kill.
Oh, and that is a bear that's going to not be able to be resummoned for about 70 seconds. And that is a fair bit of time that Ace is without his pet. Ohaiyoo will go for the TP out at the back of the repel. No way that Faith can look to cancel that.
So now it's time to try and make a play here with Yapsor, Puppey, and a Sunstrike. Choose a core, attempt the dunk. Yes, Echo Slam has been nerfed, especially against solo heroes, of course, but if you have a Sunstrike, that'll make up for it. And they have that vision in place now to try and put these up. And every time you get one of these kills, it's going to break that chain for NEWBEE when they want to group up, get objectives, and close this game out. Every time you delay, cause that chain reaction. That's what Bounty's so good at, spotting these movements. When are they trying to group up?
In lane, KP coming in with a burrow strike onto Ohaiyoo. He will turn yours up SCCC to hold him back. Ohaiyoo continue to run. Sunstrike's going to come down onto SCCC, but the refraction's up. Popping the GA. Ohaiyoo trying to do everything he can to keep himself alive for long as possible, but it doesn't look like anyone else is going to come in and help him, so he should go down. KP comes forward. The tornado, again, it's just a little too short. The levels aren't quite there for this Invoker. Mid one can't really do much to react to this at range. He's nearly got that Aghanims, but again, this is another pick off for NEWBEE. They're taking down.
Oh, yeah, on back. Oh, the pressure is on right here.
They have to hit something big with the combo Secret. As NEWBEE, we saw how fast they can take structures if they're allowed to get into the base.
What a timing. Careful not to use it all on just the Aegis, though. Song always there for retreat. Very nice stance here from NEWBEE. Well spread.
Take down for Wolf. CCC and Mugi though, that easy tier 3. 20 minutes in, they're onto the racks. KP jumps forward, sees an opportunity. Tornado's there with Meteor straight onto SCCC. Trying to hold back this TA, but the song's been popped. They're looking for the setup, positioning themselves around mid one. They are going to see Ohaiyoo back in. He's trying to come across and do something to help this man, but the silence he wants is out. Yapsor comes in on the back with the Echo Sam into the knockdown. It doesn't look like it is. The Eclipse is out for NEWBEE. They've taken down mid one, they've taken down Yapsor, and they've taken down Puppey. Ohaiyoo trying his best to keep himself alive, but he can't even get Mugi. The root's there through the repel, holding Ohaiyoo down. Double kill for SCCC. They take the full set of racks. Ace is trying his best to go for the rat play. Just makes it out.
Just out of mana on the Yules.
Oh, that was close. But still, this is absolutely brilliant for NEWBEE. They don't just get one set of racks, they'll get two. They go straight down to the bottom. No way that Secret can stop these two sets going down. They do still have a tier 2 top, so they don't have to fear the mega creeps as of yet. But they do have to fear this lineup of NEWBEE. They're 12k in the lead, 16-9, and SCCC and Mugi just absolutely massive in contrast to mid one and Ace.
If there were heroes on my team I would want in this situation, though, it's going to be Lone Druid, it's going to be Invoker, and it's going to be that Bounty Hunter. You know, if Puppey can spot these movements, he can see what they're up to when they're grouping, and maybe create some pick-off opportunities. There's a chance they can delay this long enough to get those crazy items on that Lone Druid. You know, we've seen the Aghanim Scepter.
Well, that's going to be another cover for Puppey. He's certainly doing his job this game. To take that one down.
Unfortunately, it's mostly couriers.
It is.
That he's
setting up at this point. We saw at the start that we're getting the kills, but NEWBEE just being able to take full control of this mid-game and working perfectly around the timings that a Luna and a TA lineup wants to use.
And still 1 minute left on that Aegis here, so...
There is the Radiance now on Ace. So as you said, you know, Ace and mid one, they are getting those items, but is it a little too late? That's the question. Because these pushes have proven to be very deadly for Secret.
Perfectly timed. Song just comes off cooldown.
With the root here on SCCC there, do burst him down low, but of course she does still have the Aegis. The pushes are certainly going to get a little harder for NEWBEE there. Still though, we know if they can break the base with a good Song of the Siren, get themselves on top of the lineup of Secret, it's almost impossible for Secret to react in these situations. Puppey coming forward on the base. KP does just jump in. Looks like the rest of NEWBEE are opting to back out at this stage.
Yeah, with so little time left on the Aegis.
Yeah.
Just want to retreat back. They would love to get some vision in here as well. Try and find out what's happening all over that Radiant side of the map. But they didn't get too much planted. Of course, they got 2 sets of racks, so we'll call that okay.
And NEWBEE certainly more than happy with the way that this game is going. You've got BKB being closed in, problem for Mugi. It's just a few hundred gold away from having that complete. And SCCC going full aggressive with his build. He is looking for that Bloodthorn, which he's getting increasingly closer to quite some rate. 7-0-3 on this TA this game. A flawless performance from SCCC.
Perhaps a little bit risky without the BKB, you could say.
It can be. It certainly can be. And
especially when you just need one set of racks, you know?
Look at this though, from the side. Secret trying for the smoke. Smoke on smoke though. Who's going to get the jump? Kaka's got the song. Can they do anything to stop it? They'll be the silent. Oh yeah! So comes into the back. They've got the meat shield. Definitely blast combo to follow through. The Static Sword down. Fave's still alive though. They have taken down SCCC, but in return they'll lose mid one. 1-for-1 at the moment. KP coming in to join the fight. Fighting the road track on Yapso on the side of it. Ohaiyoo trying to chase down Mugi, but the roots upon the Omni Knight is held in place. Yapso jumping back in, trying to finish off Fave, but he can't quite get the kill. Secret lose 2. NEWBEE trying to chase for more. They have the song. The center KP finds the catch on Ohaiyoo. Purification is still there. Buyback from Yapso has come into play. Puppy's now turned up as well as Ace. They will keep the Lone Druid alive for now. The Radiant certainly helping in the situation. Tickling down NEWBEE slowly but surely. Puppy's falling low. Ace has the fear to send back KP and Kaka quite a little bit. They're still looking to fight NEWBEE. Based on the high ground on the side of it all. They're still missing mid 1 for 20 seconds. With the Riptide falling low there, it's going to be the Root holding back the Nagasara. KP jumps in with the burst strike onto Ace. Ace is down. Puppy to fall as well. And they'll also lose Ohaiyoo. Yapso is still looking for that Fave kill, but he can't quite get it. He has to blink himself away. NEWBEE still coming out on top of each and every one of these team fights.
We fought back. It's the jugular time. They want to end.
The final defense this game, as it could be for Team Secret. They need something big. Sunstrike comes in, but Mugi pots the man to get himself across the fissure. The silence onto Ohaiyoo, removes it with the Yule Scepter. Tornado thrown out by mid 1. And I'm being able to slowly force NEWBEE back. It looks like Secret will hold for now. This game getting incredibly scary. We have seen sort of the glimmers of potential from Secret's team fight. If Yapso can find that setup for mid 1's combo, it can get very close at this stage to deleting the heroes, but it's going to get harder and harder. Mid 1, he just needs so much more time and so many more levels. Only level 15 at the Invoker. Sure, it's not too bad for this stage of the game, but in terms of where you want to be when these sort of fights are being forced upon you, you've got to have those higher levels in the Wex. And of course, mid 1, without that Midas build, it's taking him a lot longer than usual.
Yeah, and talking about Secret's combo getting stronger, of course, with the Aghanim Scepter on our Disruptor. The combinations of NEWBEE also looking quite potent. No saves from the Yule Scepter after that for Ohaiyoo.
Despite being as far behind as Secret appear to be in this stage, they are still coming across the map. You know, they're not hiding in the base. They still have Puppy aggressively moving around. Of course, he's on the hunt for that courier if it does come out for a little bit of a trip, and getting that very important intel for the team.
Yeah, looks like we're just going to chill until Aegis. No real reason not to, honestly. However, it's very long. So if they decide to wait that long, they can always, of course, look for these pickoffs.
Mid lane, mid 1. Has to be careful. Kaka leading the way. KP jumping forward. Oh, they're keeping themselves. Oh, does that jet them out? NEWBEE gone past it. They're going to go towards Ohaiyoo. Mid 1. He's thinking about trying to take this fight. The Static Storm's down onto Ohaiyoo. Ohaiyoo gets out of the fissure. Cancelling KP from being able to bring the epicenter into good range. Yapso may pay for this though. He's stuck on the side in the kinetic field. Ohaiyoo coming forward, trying to save him. There's an Eclipse as well from Mugi. They're moving on the back. Secret, they're trying to take this fight though. They're looking towards Mugi, but Ohaiyoo falling incredibly low. Fisher comes out for Yapso. Oh, Yapso gets out. He's able to go blink out. They get Mugi. They get KP. They have lost Ohaiyoo though. And Secret is a 3-for-1 though at the moment. If Secret can get these two heroes out, the Puppy and Yapso, they'll be more than fine with this. But the Nagasara and Illusions do chase down 1. They do manage to finish off Puppy. Ace is going to be able to TP out though. And considering the situation, Secret definitely over the moon with that sort of a fight. They're even looking for more. SCCC is going to get caught up by the Tornado. Mid 1 turn, he's not a mana, but Yapso's there. Jumps in the song. The song comes through for Kaka though. Buys time for SCCC to get away. So Kaka with the save will be able to take him out of it all and get him back to base.
Gotta imagine SCCC is thinking about that BKB.
I mean, this game is getting crazy. He's closing in on it. He is close to the BKB on the TA, and then things certainly have to take a bit of a turn for the change. Was wondering if we were going to see a Sunstrike attempt from mid 1 there, but he didn't go for it. But as we saw, Yapzor in that last fight as well, just pushing the Earthshaker to its maximum limits, getting in and out on minimal HP, certainly was the big sort of part in Secret actually being able to come out on top of that fight.
Yeah, you see any other team pick Earthshaker right now and you're like, what are they doing? You see Secret picking and you're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they'll pick a first phase. You know, ban that.
It's just so disruptive in these team fights, these constant fissures, and as we saw there, the Echo Slam blink out that Yapzor was able to execute. There we go, Puppy. He's been spotted out. KP, they've got vision, they'll jump in immediately. Ohaiyoo tries to come in for the save, but the damage from SCCC, especially with that double damage rune, want to miss too much. Kaka, of course.
They don't give away the vision either by going for Ohaiyoo. It's a chance they could even go for mid one had they been a little bit closer, but he will now pass through the same area. Perhaps even a bit lucky there. And get taken down.
As I said, in the past, we have seen Ace's Lone Druid keep Secret in the game in very similar situations to this one. Can he do it again here? As you can see, constantly pushing out these side lanes. The top lane being shoved in by the bear. It's closing in on the Assault Cuirass. Definitely one of the reasons why you can't write Secret off yet this game.
That bear is getting closer and closer, but they're a bit busy right now. Preoccupied with something very crucial to ending this one. That's going to be Aegis and Cheese now for the side of NEWBEE. Any other chances? I guess this is going to be that situation where we look for those bigger plays outside the base, right? You kind of know how NEWBEE want to play this at this point. They want that Aegis and Cheese. They want to approach the base and try and do the exact same formation, which made it very difficult for side of Team Secret to initiate. So, ideally, we use our Bounty Hunter to try and find some sort of a fight outside. The Shadow Blade's also almost done for Yapzor. That's going to help as well. And then comboed up from the long-range help from both the bear as well as mid one.
Okay, mid one has to be careful. Jumping from KP. He's going to be able to catch out the Invoker. Mid one muted as well. He can't get out of this, but he does have the backup they needed. Ohaiyoo's there with a repel. SCCC actually popping a BKB for that attempt.
Yeah, and they're calling the back, though. They're saying, no. Luna's not there. Don't fight.
I'm going to see the blink out. Faith, a little too close, but looks like with Kaka coming in, NEWBEE will be safe to disengage.
They look quite panicked. NEWBEE having a hard time figuring this one out.
I mean, how do you play this sort of game if you're NEWBEE? Have they got the means to deal with this split push pressure? Is the answer just to push quicker as a unit?
I think you have to accept that you missed that.
Bishop. They've got the combo. SCCC, will he go down once? He will. They'll pop the Aegis. In return, 3-man stone comes out from NEWBEE. They have the some D1 to Ohaiyoo. He'll be very absolute. Jumping in with the Echo Slam. Does get silenced. GA's out from Ohaiyoo, but the Song's there for Kaka. Sort of not working nicely with the Eclipse. This is sort of NEWBEE pressing every button at the same time. And with that, they're going to have to tuck their tails and back out of this fight. That is not the fight that NEWBEE want to take.
They have to accept that when they built that Orchid and they didn't immediately win the game, they missed a window. That BKB came later, more items came out for the side of the Secret, and now you are in a state where these lanes are very difficult to control and actually force some sort of a good engagement for you on the high ground with Team Secret. So NEWBEE, they're just hammering into it. It's like they're running into a brick wall over and over. They're not getting any further ahead. They have all this map control, and they're just like totally in that panic mode.
I mean, if we could see the network graph, I imagine it's pretty much been a flat line, or it's an up and down line, but as you say, you saw that...
Well, since the racks, I mean, it's been pretty even.
Pretty even indeed in terms of the movement. All up on the high ground. Actually, maybe one's going to get taken down. It's actually able to get himself out of the Static Storm. Again, SCC's popped the BKB. They have to get this kill, and they look like they will. Indeed, the damage is enough once SCCC is able to close the gap. KP jumps in onto Puppy. Puppy repelled up by Ohaiyoo. They'll be able to take the rest of the team back there. So this time, NEWBEE do get away with the kill. One does have buyback available if he's forced to use it. Top lane's pushed out very, very far for Secret. The other lanes, though, not so much. NEWBEE have got them moving in. They can certainly look to threaten the high ground. And how does Secret respond? They don't have Echo Slam yet. Oh, jump in. Repels there from Ohaiyoo in response. Fisher into Mugi. Still standing his ground. They're trying to push them back with the bear at the front lines. Look at the route onto Mugi. Yapzor jumping in, still force the BKB out. Mugi pops it immediately. Return from KP, comes in with a burrow strike. That will be Yapzor down. And Yapzor is without buyback for 60 seconds. The bear also in trouble. Ohaiyoo keeping it alive with the purification. Mid one will buy back for this. Seeing as Yapzor can't come back into the game to hold the fort.
Yeah, there's no BKBs right now on Luna or TA, so they're going to relax. I like this. They're finding that sort of patience they need in this moment. And even though they have a really big kill, there's no Earthshaker. Can't maybe guarantee that he doesn't have buyback. Just chill out, take it a bit easy. But more time for Secret. They're still in this.
Absolutely are. They've been holding on for the longest of time since those 2 racks have gone down. Keeping themselves very much in this game. Certainly NEWBEE, of course, the ones that, won One good team fight for NEWBEE, it's going to be game over.
And this, see if maybe the Song and the Siren with the Aghanim Scepter. I always see these Nagas trying to get to this, and finally we have a game with one. So we can find it to be quite useful in one of these engagements.
They're coming out mid one, of course, off the back of that buyback. Cannot afford to be caught out here. They're coming in on the high ground. He's in a lot of trouble. The root comes through KP with a two-man bow strike straight in. They go onto this Invoker. Mid one is down. There's no way of saving him. The glimpse as well onto Ace. Tracking him in the kinetic field. That's both cores down on Secret without buyback. I don't know what these three can do, and they're not going to get a chance to do it anymore. Ace, sorry, he does have buyback back up. Ace can come back in on this. The GA's out, but there's the Eclipse from Mugi. Can Secret hold this at all? They're trying their best. Ohaiyoo moving forward onto KP. They're trying their best here. Ohaiyoo does manage to keep himself alive. And the longer the NEWBEE are fighting around the fountain, the longer they're away from those rags. But now NEWBEE, they turn their attention towards the objectives. They lead themselves up towards the top lane, onto the tier 3 tower, and onto Secret's final set of rags. They do have the Echo Slam ready, but still without the Invoker Surge. Again, KP jumping in with a two-man Burrow Strike, holding the back 20 seconds until mid-one's back. And it looks like NEWBEE will not threaten for more. They're backing out. They respect the fact that the Invoker's going to return. So Secret still holding on in this game. 8 seconds. If they can hit the combo of a lifetime, maybe Secret can do it, but NEWBEE looking to be on the verge of taking this game on. KP on the side, catching out Ohaiyoo. Ohaiyoo is down, he does have buyback. Secret, can they hold this at all? The Ancients exposed. NEWBEE moving in, SCCC turns towards Ohaiyoo, repels out upon him. They've got the bear forcing back the TA, root down onto Ohaiyoo, mules up Mugi on the side of it. Again, another root holding back SCCC, but Mugi, he's looking for the game. Possibly with a four-man bow strike from KP. Sets up what will almost certainly be GG, and indeed it is. NEWBEE taking game one here, and KP finishing it in absolute style on this Sanking as well. KP throughout that game had a phenomenal Sanking performance.
And these are some signature heroes from Secret. You're looking at the Earthshaker for YapzOr. You got Puppey on the Bounty Hunter, you got the mid-1 Invoker, and the Ace Lone Druid. You really can't ask for much more. They know how to play this style. They're extremely good at it. But NEWBEE, they found that weakness. They were able to push that tempo. Maybe there were a few ruts along the way, but they got it done in the end. They found that speed that they needed to be victorious in that matchup.
My goodness. I mean, you sort of look at this game one. We were saying it before game one. You know, this Naga Siren that NEWBEE keep getting their hands on. They just have so many heroes that they are so good with playing around it. You know, Kaka this game